European socialism. Not socialism.
Every word of that
fascism
was just lit to me.
So
every syllable was just like, ugh.
Quick north and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there was legit 5 jokes running through.
Imagine right now where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big Ugly West
Just look at your
Virginia.
ID. Are you the mayor?
Because like even like out of context, it's just like Big Ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big Ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from Big Ugly, West Virginia.
Nintendo absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown description. It was just like, only Toadette can wear this crown. So it's just like, kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. A C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Who is that teacher?
Who's the dude?
Okay, is it a white teacher? And is that the reason why? Who was the dude that... Because you know you gotta wake up one day and just 20 years later...
That mom changed everything.
I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I Have a Dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness.
You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. It's like, C- sir, your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up?
In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class?
You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You want to close making it.
You know I taught Tupac.
Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. He tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
Wii U.
No, I already got it on for you.
Oh, okay.
Where's it going?
He posted it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
Boys in a back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double because remember the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one in the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, where I just walked into GameStop, I'm like, you guys go Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
And no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
Why you ain't even gotta pay, Pimpin'? Just go ahead and take it.
because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real had that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
Scott.
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title, Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah,
it to like
ported it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch game.
will just never forget that trailer. Everybody's just like, end? What? Nobody
Oh, I
cares.
remember Mike hyping that bullshit up. Oh, I remember. It's so innovative where you're just like a zombie's coming and you gotta look down and go shit, 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 and try to get your thing as opposed to pause, find item. Oh, I remember you hyping that bullshit
Yeah.
up. Oh,
Oh wow, yeah. I'm having flashbacks to that now too.
oh man,
It's a lot better in the Zelda games that came out for Wii U. Having the menu management there.
I minored in history with a focus on the development of Western European socialism. Not socialism,
Every word of that
fascism.
was just clear to me. I
So-
mean, every single syllable was just like,
I'm
ugh.
quick north and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through my mind.
Imagine right now where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big, ugly West
Just look at
Virginia.
your ID. Are you the mayor?
Because, like, even, like, out of context, it's just, like, big, ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big ugly, comma, West Virginia.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 275. What's up, Hawakas? Hope? Triton? Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. How's your guys' weekend?
I don't think you're allowed to have a good Sunday today.
Why? Because of the Queen?
No, you fucking
Oh,
clown, because it's
yeah.
September 11th.
True.
Oh boy,
True.
Mike is not patriotic.
Nope.
Let it be known.
Well, Mike hates America.
Yep. Apparently.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Jet fuel
Mike
can't melt
says
steel
down
beams.
with the U.S.
What are all the conspiracy theories? I'll just.
I was wondering why he called me an infidel.
He's really adamant about thermite paint for some reason.
Oh boy. So yes, hello. Yes, it is September 11th. Well, like, at least
Yeah.
the way
Yeah,
the way
choose your next words.
the way
Real
I-
carefully, Mike. Real carefully.
the way I view it nowadays is, I see a lot of politicians saying, like, you know, we honor all those who sacrifice themselves, the first responders, and then, you know, vote against the damn bill for healthcare for the first responders.
Yeah, that means nothing to them. It's lip service.
I know,
Lip
and
service is
that's the thing. Like, I get angry at, and why I don't necessarily, like, you know, pay attention to September 11th. But yeah, I saw some stuff on our Discord though, where it's just like, most of y'all weren't born.
It's incredible.
It's
Scary to think
really.
about. Not even like I'm not old enough to remember. I simply was not born.
There.
I did not exist.
Like, were you still in New York at the time, Ralph?
Yeah, I was in middle school.
Okay, I because you were in Florida for a bit. I didn't know if that was during the Florida time or not.
From the age of 4 to 10.
Okay.
Everything afterward, back home.
Gotcha. Jeez. That was Long Island. How far is that from Manhattan?
45 minutes.
Yikes. Jesus.
The smoke was billowing. I could see it.
Yeah. I know we saw it. Our teacher put it on the TV in our classroom. And then it was basically just like parents then were just rushing to like pick up all their kids. My mom picked me up, picked my sister up, just because at that point it's just like, make sure your family's safe. No idea what's going to happen afterwards.
Yeah, same thing. It was I think it was an African American study class, and then another teacher rushed in like, they put on the news. It was just like, ooh, and then we were just like, all right, everybody into the auditorium, and they were just like, something happened in America. We're trying to figure it out. Don't worry, we're safe.
Was that
And
Kendrick?
it was in Atlanta. I don't remember.
Did you go to the same school as me for middle school?
I don't know. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember the auditorium part, but I remember the teachers going around just like, hey, yo, turn,
that was
turn on the
everywhere.
TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in my last year of elementary.
Yeah, I was in my first year of middle school, sixth grade or seventh. I think it was sixth grade. They turned off access to everything. They turned off our radios. They turned off the TVs that had like news playing in some of the free study classrooms. They turned off access to the internet. We didn't know anything. We weren't allowed to hear anything. But throughout the day, the teachers were all deathly silent. There was no joking. There was no fun being had. And that was unusual because usually my school was very relaxed for the most part. And our security guys, which were all ex-military, ex-police, they were serious dudes. All of them were like stressed out. And so most of us didn't know why. But throughout the day, I'm seeing people getting yanked. I'm talking parents have just come into the school and are scooping their kids the fuck up.
I can't imagine being that close in the reaction.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a Rizzy rap.
Yeah.
People were just getting pulled out of classes. Like sometimes you'd see a teacher escort a child to the front of the school, and you could see that because from the windows we had like courtyards and stuff. So I had like, depending on where you were, you could pretty much see the grounds. And I would just see, and I'd find out later on, the kid's only remaining now parent picking their kid up from school.
Yeah.
Because there are other parents in one of the Twin Towers or subsequent close buildings. It wasn't until second to last period when we always had our afternoon news. Usually it was done by, students, kids like us.
I remember them days.
But it was the principal. They came on and did this very formal, very somber announcement that today, I'll never forget a single bit of it. It was, today America has been attacked by an unknown cowardly enemy. And as of this moment, we don't know who. We don't know why. We don't know. Some of you may have lost loved ones. Some of you may be about to have their life changed forever. But and there was this whole long thing about how, things would not change. They would and they wouldn't. And it was very, very poetic, very, casual, but at the same time somber. And at the end, they said that, we're going to now allow the televisions to play the news. Just keep those lost in your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And we just spent the rest of our day until the buses came watching it all unfold, just talking. The teachers were responsible for talking to those of us still in school about what's going on, answering any questions, and they themselves didn't really know much, but they had to keep us because, again, we're less than an hour away from the largest terror attack on American soil. Yeah, it was wild. I remember I turned to my buddy, who was like, it was Russians. How do you do the Russians? And I'm like, nah, this is revenge for Iraq. This is revenge for Bush. And he's like, you can't, okay, I'm not going to use the expletive he used, but he used insult racial slur here. They don't have the ability to do that. Boy, 2 weeks later, did he have egg on his face? But, yeah, I spent the next, month, all of us glued to this, whatever screen we could get to at school. I'd get on the computers and I'd watch live streams of the Ground Zero cleanup. I knew people who went down there to volunteer, retired sanitation workers, retired police, just everybody who could. If you had a maintenance background of any kind, they were going down there. It was wild. I'll tell you, from a New Yorker perspective, a lot of people either forget it or underplay it, but Bush's speech at Ground Zero during the cleanup hit New Yorkers hard as fuck. Like, all of us, America in general, everybody was feeling it, but for us, that was us. You know what I mean? That's our people. That was the New Yorkers. That was our friends and family. And when he gave that speech at Ground Zero, and if you don't know what I'm referencing, I genuinely urge you to look up the YouTube clip for Bush's Ground Zero speech. It was definitely the highlight of his presidency. Definitely the pinnacle. Like, he not a great president in history, but the comfort he was able to give, like the energy he was able to bring, was one of the reasons why New York was able to stay strong afterwards, for sure. I don't know how to really put it. It was not comforting, but we believed that no matter who had done this, they would pay. Of course, it would take, another presidency to get it done, but it got done.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, I can tell you, I had just been to the Twin Towers about a month before, with the family on a trip to New York, through New York City for shopping and whatnot. And so it was wild to think about the fact that they were not there. It still is. It's still weird. I've been. It's fucking strange. But there are kids that just, they've never known it. They don't remember it. And it's even more bizarre growing up to have that realization where it's like, yep, that's now a part of history.
Yeah.
Not modern history, where it's like everybody alive remembers it in a different way. It is history. It's strange.
Yep.
It's sobering.
We're
for
old.
Sure. We are.
Bro, speaking
Very
of
much
old,
so.
could you imagine if that happened today? How many React streamers would react to the footage of it?
You know they've done that already, right?
Oh, I don't doubt it, but I feel like it's enough. I feel like with enough time, anything is fodder for whatever entertainment you want. Like comedy. How long after a tragedy is comedy worth doing a thing on? I'm sure 10, 11 years after 9/11, there were 9/11 jokes. Maybe even 3 or 4 years later, there were like actual 9/11 jokes. Not like,
Sooner.
yeah, see. So
Sooner.
I think given the time, I understand that. My thing is basically during the tragedy, the window of the tragedy, you're doing that.
I guess if you consider the Queen dying a tragedy immediately.
Nah, that doesn't count. I'm talking
People
like
had memes on deck for that. Just ready. They had a draft tweet saved, just like, I'm ready for it.
Did you see the tweet that was like, taking time off to kill the queen on this day, and she died on that day, and he went, FBI agents, this was a joke tweet. I love that. But I'm talking about like there was a Madden tournament in Atlanta that got shot up, and it was live streamed, and you could see the shooter come in and shoot people, and somebody reacted to it.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking
that.
like that.
You mentioned that.
I'm talking 9/11 would 1,000,000,000,000% just be like, oh my god, this is awful.
Like, comment,
no, there's a
subscribe.
second plane.
Yeah, there are people out there that would definitely take advantage for the clicks, for sure.
Absolutely.
They do today. They would then, for sure.
All right. Well, I guess with that, just do our weekly reminder. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Wear your masks. Get your vaccines. Support Ukraine, which they.
Yeah, continue to support them. They're getting too powerful. We continue to.
Yeah, Ralph and I were just talking before this. I just saw on Twitter. They apparently, within the last 72 hours, took back 2,500 kilometers of their country.
There you go.
Two key landmarks that now cripple Russia's ability to launch any offensive maneuver deep into their territory. The victory lap begins here. This wasn't mercenaries. They weren't like secondhand soldiers. They literally routed, trained, developed, coordinated Russian military operatives out of their established bases. This was incredible. I believe I read somewhere they captured like 24 offensive heavy armored vehicles.
They commandeered them.
Yes, they have essentially dealt Russia the worst defeat since World War II.
Okay. Cool stuff. Then also support body autonomy, support trans folks. I think that's about all that. One of these days I'll have this all written down.
You're just going to have to keep adding to it.
I know.
You're going to have a file document that's 3 megabytes.
The authenticity is fine.
Oh, yeah. So, I basically got through the world news, but yeah, I love the extreme black and white reactions to the death of Queen Elizabeth. It's just a very fascinating.
There's only 2 ways to react.
It's very fascinating.
It's a tragedy or flush that turd.
Yeah, like
there is no in between.
I am one of the only few in betweeners where I'm just like, hey, a person died. That's kind of sad. Like, and that's it.
I don't follow politics or anything. I don't know what she did or who she was. I'm just like, well, it sucks that somebody is gone from this world and people are sad. And I'm
She's
going to laugh
responsible
at
for
the
a lot
memes
of
now.
African deaths. A lot of African deaths.
Aren't we all? It can all be traced back. Look at the numbers, people.
We know what they do.
Oh boy, you just one of the black guys asking that of the white guy, and we're just sitting here. It's like, how do we make this not sound racist?
We don't.
No, we
how do we-
didn't. Wait, no.
How do we navigate this?
Oh boy, but yeah, just
Have all any of you been watching like Irish TikTok or just seen them?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
they don't give a about that life.
It's crazy.
If they could access that tombstone, my God, they would do indescribable things to it.
Oh my god!
it's
The best one I've seen so far is the dance troupe in front of the fucking manor, just breaking it down. To another one bites the dust. Is
oh yeah, like the like Irish clog dancers.
yes. Me in the realm of memes, that is damn near perfection.
They give no fucks over there.
Crazy.
Hey man, like in terms of just like dealing with the UK, I mean they are the neighbor. They are next door. They have history and beef.
It's funny too. What was it? The one of the first memes I saw was that the Queen met with the newest conservative prime minister and immediately died. It's like, oh no, I'm not doing this again.
Oh boy. And then basically immediately was it Charles, right? Prince
Yeah,
Charles
Charles
became
the Third.
King Charles III.
Yeah.
I mean, he's old as shit too.
Have you seen his hands?
They don't look great.
Have you actually looking at that man's? He's got problems. He's got heart problems. His hands look like a baseball catching mitt. Just look up King Charles III's hands, and you'll see he's got hippo fingers.
That's kind of accurate. And then I saw oh boy, it's one of the is it Meghan, who at the funeral dressed up very closely to Princess Diana.
Oh no.
Oh, they hated each other. Diana hated the Queen.
And there's many a conspiracy theory of the circumstances behind Prince Diana's death and outsiders of the royal family and of the UK.
I mean, that there was that massive leak that pretty much summed up that fucking Charles had her killed.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Let's not bring some heat on us.
I didn't read too much into it. I'm just paraphrasing what I've seen in headlines, but that's what people were claiming.
Oh yeah. At the end of the day, at least for me, she died. I'm sad for her family and what have you. Life goes on.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna laugh because
At all the memes and stuff? Sure.
Funny is funny.
and I always say that she's 96. She made it. This was
Yes,
not like
I agree.
my goodness. Somebody like a Josh Brolin who's like 53, 54. He'd be like, oh man, nothing too funny about that. But it's like, I mean, come on now. It's over. It's fine. It's fine to let her go. And then have a little bit of a laugh.
Mm-hmm. I just remembered another meme that I saw as a joke where it said, score USA versus the UK, and it shows a picture of Betty White, and it says 99-94. USA wins. Oh, man. All right, so, terms of news crap. There's a lot of shit from D23. There's some stuff that didn't happen from D23, so we're just gonna try and blitz through anything. If you guys want to talk about things, you can talk about it. Non D23 news. BG Stray is very good.
Hey, I hear good things.
It is very short. So if you're looking for something to get through quickly that you can blitz through, you could get through it honestly in like 2 hours if you like just went through the story. Like I played 3.5 hours on stream yesterday going through completionist shit, and I got over halfway through the game. So I'm probably next stream I'm gonna finish it. So, yeah, short. It's only $30 last I saw on Steam, but yeah, highly recommended.
Wasn't it available through PlayStation Plus?
Potentially. I just, it's easier to play it on my PC via streaming than it is my PS4.
What are you telling? My little brother has my PS5 right now.
Why?
Because I was barely playing it and he was off both work and school for a week and a half or 2 weeks. So I went, do you want my PS5 to do some stuff in the interim? And he said, sure. I just need to take it back. I'm sure he's done with it.
PS5 is something at the moment I would not let out of my hands.
Why?
I mean, it is 3-4 steps to the right to get it back.
Oh, it's the brother that's actually in your home.
Yeah. The other brothers have their own PS5.
I was going to say, I thought you let it so like one that doesn't live with you, and I'm like, fam, that's not in your house.
Even then, I wouldn't care. If they're getting broken into, there's more things to worry about than my PS5.
Yeah, I looked through all the achievements, and it is a pretty easy game to get all the achievements in. One of them I found kind of hilarious, where you can do a lot of cat things in the game, and one of them is just finding a little place and you can fall asleep. And there is a achievement in the game to sleep collectively for an hour in game.
Terrible. Artificially padding the time.
Just. I mean, that's just, you just put it on and walk away for an hour. Go watch a video or something.
Critical Role.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next up, has anyone here watched Pinocchio?
Fuck no.
Is it out?
Yes.
Pinocchio, no.
Goodness.
Pinocchio, I like it.
That's what a lot of the reviews are saying. It is getting a bad review.
Oh no. I mean, it's a live action thing. You do it or you don't. What's wrong with it? It's not like
It should not have been done.
Obviously, but it's not like it's Lion King where they're just monsters. Oh no. Are they just monsters?
I've just been seeing a lot of 4s and 3s out of 10s.
Oh man, what?
Let's see.
How do they keep messing this up?
I wonder if there's a YouTube review that tells me what's wrong with it. Cause is it just that it's a live action thing and it's not really a thing that should exist?
So IMDb has 4.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has a 30% rotten rating.
Goodness.
There we go.
Let's see. That's curious which score that is. Oh, nope, it's both. It is both. 37% audience score, 30% actual reviews, critic score. Woof.
Whoops.
So I looked up Pinocchio live action on YouTube, and the first review is it's pointless.
And Metacritic has it at a 40%. So roughly, basically 4 to 3 out of 10 across the board. We'll be getting to that, Alfonso. So yeah, apparently not very good. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, Tom Hanks is all right in it. And then the rest is apparently just like, this movie doesn't need to exist. Just go watch the old cartoon movie. On the other side of the spectrum, the Weird Al movie is getting very good reviews. I need to see it.
Oh, that's good.
It
As
looks
well as
really
that.
good.
It's a meme. Of course, it's getting good reviews.
It looks really good.
Fantastic. That's good. I'm happy for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm. Other things. Let's see. Splatoon 3 just came out. People are obsessed with it. Splatoon fans eating good, from what I'm seeing. We have a lot of fans in the Discord, too, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. It's a Splatoon game. You know what you're getting. So long as they don't screw anything up, you're going to be eating.
Yeah,
It
apparently
doesn't sound
they
screwed
changed
anything
up a lot of things in the single-player portion of the game for the better. And then just multiplayer, just they keep on keeping on. I think I would play it more if I had more friends that actually played it and it was like more dedicated, but it's one of those things where it's like you play it on your own, it's like, it'll get boring with any like online shooter.
As far as the representatives go, I don't keep up with Splatoon, but I know of the two people, and I'm always just going. The first game, it was just like a toss up between either of them, and then the next two games, it's like, well, there's just a clear winner here.
Oh yeah. The
it's
like
crazy.
The song, the musical artists of that game.
Yeah.
So we got that new Pokemon trailer, showing off some new mons.
Some of them are not good.
I am seeing. I don't understand why people like the Mega Man ones. Honestly,
I can see that
Source
they
one.
think. I can see them just like, yo, that's cool.
but just
I dig the sword one just for the
I'm
coloration and
just
aesthetic.
typically never a fan of human-looking Pokemon or human-esque Pokemon.
But you love Mr. Mime.
Not really.
But Mike, think of
You
all
loved
the
watching him
porn.
murder children.
You know what, DA? I hadn't thought of that. Completely 180 opinion. Which designs you not liking?
I don't like Claw.
Why not? Cloth looks great.
No, it doesn't. It looks dumb.
It
And
is.
I'm not saying the design looks dumb. No, the Pokemon itself looks like an idiot, and I don't like it.
There's so many
Pokemon
Pokemon
itself.
that look like idiots.
Yeah, and they're usually at the bottom of my list.
I think he looks great. Just some of the pictures where he's just like, ah, just like screaming in the air.
Come on, kill that noise.
I love it. I love it. Oh man, I like
yeah.
Cloth. I like
Same.
Fido. A lot of the designs I'm really liking for this new gen.
You know, Pokemon, same thing with Splatoon. Don't screw anything up, and you'll have your fans eating.
Here's for gaslighting me on Shiver's gender Splatoon 3 characters. Interesting. Just don't post on Twitter. You won't have that problem, Jet. Then we have in Multiverses, they just released a Gizmo, which I didn't even know they announced. I knew they announced Spike from Gremlins. Did not know that they announced Gizmo, so he is out now. They're just keep on trucking with that game.
Yep, a bunch of balance patches and stuff.
Mhm.
Boy, Bugs fans are not eating.
Oh,
He keeps getting nerfed, and they're still like, he's too broken. More nerves.
To be fair, he is very good. I had to play.
Keep seeing the patch notes, and they begin with just like this is still too safe, so it's been. I'm like, oh my goodness, just take them out the game.
So I had
Until
for
you fix them.
for one of the battle passes, I had it's like win 25 games. They'll have like win 25 games with X character or with the X type of character, and I had mage character, and I am not good with Tom and Jerry at all. So I'm like, all right, let me try Bugs, and I'm just like playing this game. I'm like, this is too easy.
This is
Oh,
easy mode. What are we doing
boy,
here?
I understand now. He is very good. Let's see, and then other gaming news bits. Mario and Rabbids 2, they announced some post-game DLC, including some Rayman DLC. I need to go back and play the first one. I enjoyed playing. I started playing the first one for a Let's Brew Let's Play, and then Let's Brew died. And then I just never went back to the game. And I know it's a good game. We got that, and then we had a couple of Assassin's Creed announcements.
Shockingly.
There's only one thing I care about.
So we had Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is going back to the original game formula, like a modern take on that formula.
Baghdad. All right. I'm about it. I'm liking it.
And then we have Assassin's Creed codename Red, which, at least for all I know, I don't know if the gameplay style is going to be similar to the other Creed games,
Open
but it's
world,
going to
they
be
said.
but it's going to be set in feudal Japan.
It's an open world game.
We already have Ghost of Tsushima. I don't. It's too late.
And then there's Hex, which we don't know jack shit about at all.
I didn't see that. What was Hex?
Oh yeah,
I did.
Hex. And the teaser was literally a stick effigy hanging in a haunted-looking forest. So, witches? Salem period, possibly? The theory crafting is happening. I would be all for a early colonial America. And we had 3, but 3 was 3. So, I'd be down for another colonial-esque game.
Okay, I can't find this game on Google.
Assassin's Creed Hex.
Oh, it's an Assassin's Creed game. Okay.
Yes.
And
Assassin's
it's
Creed Hex.
H-E-X-E.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I was just looking up H-E-X. Okay, okay. BG, what are you caring about?
They're working on multiplayer. That's the
Yes,
only
they
thing I
are.
care about.
Oh, what?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
I didn't know this!
Yeah, that's the only thing I care about.
Fuck yes!
Yeah.
It's coming back.
I instantly texted Adam like, "Yo, they're working on it."
It's
I'm
coming.
I should say V-Man because we know 2 Adams.
true.
But they didn't say what game it's coming for.
I don't care.
No, standalone.
Wait, but okay. But that what I mean is where it's being set.
Who
We
cares?
don't know.
I wonder if it's gonna be like a Warzone, where when a new game comes out, they just add some stuff to it.
If they did it like that, it would be phenomenal.
Excuse me. But dude, I just every once in a while I'll get the inkling to go watch that video.
Get that itch.
I mean this sound effect, which I don't know if you guys will hear, but I think the stream will. Oh wait, it went through the desktop audio. Hold on.
Good job.
All of those no's are from a very particular video where
That multiplayer
we're
was
getting
great.
shit on.
Oh, we were getting destroyed.
Blasted.
It had that video has one of my favorite lines that Ralph has ever uttered in
What was it,
anything
Mike?
that we've done.
What was it, Mike?
It was
What was it, Mike?
what this can't be happening. These guys, they're goddamn heroes. They're superstars. They're goddamn heroes. And yeah, like right before that too, like at some point on the I think that at that point it was still the YouTube Editor's Perspective podcast.
It was.
Peachy was just like, Mike, you never get angry. Like, I don't think I've ever heard you angry before.
Yeah, because he was telling a story of when he was really mad about some subway worker or something, and his decibels, like if his decibels are typically at a 10, they might have went up to a 13. And I'm like, that's your anger? I've never heard you truly angry then.
Yep.
Oh boy. But
Well,
that's I'm excited.
Those recordings are some of the best we have ever done.
I love them. There's only 2. The Creed ones I go back to, and Hidden Agenda I go back to a lot.
Hidden Agenda.
I love Hidden Agenda.
The
Okay,
horror
so-
game too that we played, the Slenderman-esque one. I go back to that. On
Yeah,
occasion.
that's fun.
That's
They're-
true.
those are the main 2, though.
I thought about it, Mike. One of the things we need to have Kelly do is sift through that and make a best of for
like-
those recordings.
The best of the before times.
Just the best of like the Assassin's Creed recordings, like
Oh,
the
okay.
best of the Slenderman recordings. Even if they're like 3 to 6 minute videos, whatever. I think that little bit of montage, those clips from those videos, I think that'd be phenomenal. Just sifting through the fluff and getting the good stuff. I want that. I want that.
Okay. We can definitely look into
That's
that.
a place to start.
Yeah. And then last little bit of news before D23 was we had another trailer for The 1,000-Year Blood War.
The
refuse to watch.
1,000-year blood war.
I refuse
It
to watch.
looks good, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you know they're going to be putting as much budget into the animation as possible.
Apparently, it's a 4-part series with movie quality. Like, it's more a bunch of OVAs than an actual return to anime.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, they don't have to
like
worry
they
about.
did for Kenichi.
Yeah,
Yes.
they don't have to worry about pacing or anything. The manga's said and done, so they can do what they want.
Yeah, they don't have to slow something down and go, we need this.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make sure we got enough distance.
I just don't want Bleach fans to be happy.
Oh, dude.
They're amongst the
Unfortunately,
worst.
they're already happy.
This isn't the thing to be celebrating.
I
It's
just
horrible, y'all.
I just don't
It's a
want
really
Bleach
bad
fans
arc.
to be happy.
I don't want them to be happy over the 1,000-Year Blood War because it's a horrible art.
They don't deserve it.
But it's being animated so pretty.
It's so f***ing pretty.
Right, and it's on the is it Compros Gaming now, or do you still have it as WTP Gaming?
Yeah, it's just Compros now.
Okay,
Just look up Yep Plays, YEPP Plays,
yeah,
and
you'll
you'll
find
find,
it. Many.
yeah.
All right, now to what was like 2/3 of IGN the past week. Holy fuck. D23.
Oh, there's a channel now called Yep.
But
That hurts.
That hurts.
oh, there's another
There's
channel.
a Yep channel.
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
YouTube channel just called Yep.
Oh, they probably have way more subscribers, don't they?
That's a good question.
Of course they do.
They do
Everyone's-
not.
Oh.
All right. That
Take that,
yeah.
I guess.
What little ego I have, it's been stroked. So, I have stuff kind of split out of like normal Disney shit, Star Wars, and then Marvel. So, there's actually a couple of little game announcements that they had. One of them, which is intriguing, is they revealed one of the main producers of the Uncharted series. She owns her own studio now. And she is making a Captain America and Black Panther game set during World War II. So I'm very intrigued by that. As long as it doesn't pull up.
Good.
Go ahead.
The premise is good. We just need to see gameplay.
Yes.
How do you play? What is it? Is it just going to be another Arkham clone? What's going on?
Avengers. That's all I don't want is don't pull an Avengers.
It's hard because there were definitely 4 people they were showing, so I wonder if it is gonna be esque.
Mm.
Did they just give up on that Wolverine game?
No, that's from the people that made that's Insomniac. That made.
No, I'm talking about just the game industry as a whole. Did they just? Have we heard anything from it?
No. It was-
They're finishing up Spider-Man 2. That comes first.
Yeah, that was just like a
I didn't know
cinematic
that.
trailer that they showed off. What? Like, it hasn't even been a year yet, right?
But that's the problem with showing stuff off
So
like that.
early.
You got nothing. It's like, yeah, we're not even really working on it yet.
I feel like 6 months is a perfect time frame to announce something before the release of it. 2 years, you're like, I stopped caring as much.
Because when we do get it again, once we start getting news, it's gonna be, oh yeah, the Wolverine game, not a first off showing, and it's just like, oh crap, 6 months from now, let's go.
Yeah, that's what happened with Fallout 4. They announced it 4 to 6 months before it came out. People were super hyped, and then the news just kept flowing and flowing and flowing. And that also helps with delays and stuff because you'll know, that's not ready yet. It's not going to hit the internal target, so we can push it back without announcing a pushback.
True. But I think there's still like
Skull and Bones, that's a perfect example of it.
Yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. Who's looking for Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Yeah, I feel like it's like if you can keep some kind of steady news where it's like kind of, it's in the public conscious, I guess. To where maybe you can get some kind of other revenue in some other way, shape, or form via that. I don't know how, but like that's my only thought of just like there must be something revenue-wise that they make some kind of money in some way, shape, or form by announcing it earlier instead of keeping it internal and secretive and what have you. I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is it helps with projections.
True, there's that too.
What they believe it's going to sell or whatever. Whether that's through pre-orders or whether that's through views and reactions and stuff like that. What have you. It gives them a baseline of what to expect sales-wise.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, most Nintendo games, I feel like they do that. It's usually like E3, and then it would like they'll make a big game announcement, and it'll come out that like fall holiday. Like I know Odyssey was like that, and I think Animal Crossing would have been like that, but then they pushed it till like 3 or 4 months later. The only series that they don't do that with, much to my own chagrin, is Legend of Zelda.
Oh no, there's others. Where's Metroid?
True.
Huh?
I will say with very much like first party studio games, because technically Metroid Prime is second party. Same with Bayonetta. But stuff that's like internal house, they'll typically keep close to the chest until it's ready to reveal. Besides Zelda. Because like Dread, that shit came out of nowhere. And that was like 6 to 7 months prior to it coming out.
How many more Voice of Cards is coming out? Because I want to wait.
What is Voice of Cards?
Voice of Cards is essentially a turn-based RPG that's a card building game.
All right, gotcha. Okay. Speaking of mobile RPGs, so you guys have played Octopath Traveler.
I have.
I've been hearing the mobile game is better than the first one.
What? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's like it has gotcha systems because it is a mobile game, but it's mostly single player, from what I'm reading.
Oh, that's
so
okay.
I am hesitant in getting it because I've not gotten many gotcha mobile games for the explicit reason of like DA. I will probably become addicted to it hard. But I've been hearing things. And then last little bit of game news, Marvel's Midnight Suns, the Marvel game from the XCOM makers, actually has a release date, December 2nd, 2022. And I think that's about it for gaming things. So just rapid fire. A lot of stuff that they showed off. We had a poster for Peter Pan live action, which, sure, this is what, the 4th time?
That's all you can say is, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You're going to get your audience, but...
I'm going to be saying that a lot here. A bunch of animated movies from Disney Animation and Pixar. From Disney Animation, we have Wish. Is mostly just an announcement. A lot of these were like announced, but like no trailers were released to the public. A lot was shown at the expo, but not a whole lot was shown to the general public as of yet. There's a Disney animation studios Disney Plus series, which is in a collaboration with it says its first collaboration with an outside studio in 100 years, called I'm going to say this word. It is probably pronounced wrong. Iwaju. So we got that. We have a Pixar Disney Plus animated series called Win or Lose. It's about like a little kid softball team. And 2 movies from Pixar, either Elio or Elio and Elemental. Oh, actually, sorry. 3rd movie announcements. They announced Inside Out 2. Then we have a live-action remake of Snow White. Sure.
Sure.
Stop.
Man, can't wait for 20 years from now where we get another one. Sure, just do
20?
it. Man, you just stop. It's
We have-
fine.
We're gonna get one a decade at this point.
This is the head scratcher that I saw. And I say this with air quotes because this is still 3D animated, a live action Mufasa prequel was announced.
Mufasa, the Lion King. Oh boy. It's gonna be I think it said to be Rafiki, Timon, and Pumbaa talking about Mufasa's rise to becoming king to a young cub. So that's how they're gonna do it.
So-
Who could possibly care?
Okay, that Lion King could not have been profitable enough
Apparently.
for them to. No. I'm talking about not profitable, but the projection of audience reception. The audience reception could not have
Dude,
been good enough
they
for
made
them to run it back.
Over a bill.
No, again,
1.6.
audience reception. We saw the audience reception versus the money for Bats v Soups.
Do you think they care? They went to see it. That's all they care
They
about.
went to see it because the name was Lion King. Nobody gives a about the rise of Mufasa. At least not in that style.
It's gonna make 700.
For max.
Bet.
Whoa. Do I hear bet?
Boy, this is years in the future. Just write it down and we'll figure it out later.
God,
No,
okay.
actually, I think it's coming out in 2024, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Let's just take a trip down memory lane. Let's see all the
Wait a
bets I've
second.
written down. Go ahead.
Loser has to see it 3 times in theaters.
Okay, so it's hard to do that because by the time it hits whatever projection it needs to hit,
It might be
out of theater.
Yeah.
So if it does, let's say 80 mil first weekend, I can't be like, oh, DA, you're not going to hit it. But then it releases in China and all of a sudden.
That would have been good.
How about someone has to do a video essay on it?
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Okay, so you're betting him that Lion King will make over 700?
Yes.
700 mil.
Let's go Price is Right. Not Price is Right. Let's just go, you said 4.5.
I said 4. Let's do DA gets 6 to 8.
Yes.
And I get, what did I say, 4? I get 3 to 5. 3 to 5 is me, 6 to 8 is DA.
Okay. So there could be
So
no
basically-
winner.
Yeah, basically, no. Basically, anything over 6 is DA, anything under 5 is me.
Okay.
And if it's just like exclusively the Disney Plus, that's a wash.
Yeah, we can't calculate.
So at the end of the day, DA bets BG that Lion King Mufasa will make over 6 mil. Loser has to do a video essay on the movie. Video essay on the movie. And saved.
This is technically going to be a Scar prequel because it's going to be Mufasa growing up, and Scar was intricate in there for that.
I wonder who they're gonna get for Mufasa.
I mean, it could be a lighter voice until when he's a cub.
Well, if it's gonna be like, let's just say the Mufasa that we saw was in his 50s. If this is gonna be a 20-ish year old, you can't. The suspension of disbelief only goes so far.
I feel like you could do a lighter Idris Elba.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, so all the bets we have. So we have that one. We have DA betting his brother that Mirio will die. Ooh.
Whoops.
No, that's very possible.
There's
That's
still
very
time.
Not a lot of it left. We are nearing that finish line. Ooh, this one finished. I didn't realize this. BG bets DA that third Sony Spidey movie will be as good as Far From Home.
Oh, bro. That's a risk grab. That's a risk. Did we have any?
I didn't.
Did
there
I
was-
say it was
There's nothing written for
Okay.
prize.
okay? I don't know which side I was on that.
You would
Well,
be on the
I'm-
Far From Home. BG bets DA that the third Sony one will be as good as Far From Home. Or, yeah, Far From Home. And No Way Home was better than Far From Home.
So I believe
Yeah,
BG
you
won
make
that one.
stupid bets. You make stupid bets, bro. Don't even...
That doesn't sound like me. I'd
Yeah,
like to
it's
hear my
written.
argument for that.
Was-
I wish you would have wrote the episode.
I'd like to hear my argument for that.
You could go back to it.
What the?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? But by next year, I'm gonna be going 700 mil. What was I saying?
You're gonna see that first trailer, and it's gonna get 2 million views, and that's it. You're going, what was I?
My biggest enemy is me from a year ago.
Here's a spicy one. Here's a spicy one. This is twofold actually. DA bets BG $50 that One Piece live action will look all right.
Okay.
And it's at the moment, we haven't seen special effects yet, but at the moment, in terms of practicality, it's looking good.
Practical effects are good. My whole thing was the Fishman.
Yep.
Fishmen are a big thing. Stretching is also a big
Yep.
thing.
And then once if the show succeeds when we get to Chopper. And then on top of that, Triton actually threw down a bet of 20K imaginary fun bucks that One Piece live action will not look good. That's
Okay, so that's
already a
still just
losing
versus
bet.
DA.
That's a hard, does not look good. That's a far cry from look okay.
then we have, let's see. Oh, this is coming up here in a bit. I don't remember what spawned this, but I'm pretty sure if we go till last year, we would be able to find out. It says DA wants for nothing for the next year, October 5th, 2022, except Carrot joining the Straw Hats.
Have wanted for nothing but that. That was because of Sora coming to Smash.
Bayonetta. The
I don't even-
silence.
No,
The
I
silence.
don't think. No, I don't think that counts. There's not a want for Bayo.
That's-
It's a is this Bayo? If not, I have no interest. It sounds like Bayo. Great. I will play this game.
And also, that was a lingering before wanting. That is a wanting that has been in me forever. I can't get rid of a wanting. There will be no further new wanting.
All right. I just looked
Except
at
for Carrot, because I knew what was up.
Yeah.
DA from a year ago knew what was up. Put that asterisk there.
Also, I'm just looking at chat now with Triton. What was I thinking? I suck. Oh, man.
Yeah. Old bets you don't remember are the worst.
The worst. In the heat of the moment, you're like, yeah, I'm winning this. And then 3 months later, why did I make that in bet?
How do I weasel out of this?
This is
Yeah.
when Mike has started keeping receipts.
Yeah, this current bet, I'm pretty sure, I think we all heard it, is now impossible, but I'll keep it up until the game comes out, was that DA bet me $1,000 that he would never play Bayonetta 3 if Helena Taylor did not voice Bayo.
No, he would have got that.
But just, it seems she's going to be in the game. We heard her.
Yeah,
so.
that seems like a null and void.
Yeah,
bet at this
exactly.
point.
Until we
It's
see
a
her in the
whole
credits,
different
like, just be 100% sure, because, hey, that's $1,000. And then there's been no official bets, but DA was willing to bet that Mortal Kombat 2 will be better than the first movie.
I keep hearing DA. I'm like, what the f are you doing? Did I say better? Did I say
Like,
better than the
taking
first one?
chances,
Yeah, okay.
homie.
So that's completely possible.
Yeah.
Shrink the role of boring hero man and bring up Johnny.
It
give
needs
it to the
to be.
Miz.
It's all based on who Johnny is.
And-
And you know what? I will take that bet,
Okay.
and we'll figure out a loser for that one.
DA bets. BG that Mortal Kombat 2 will be better than the first movie. All right. Etched in stone. Or my notepad.
Oh, I have to get pretty good with a character, and you have to get pretty good with your most hated character.
So, real quick before we move on, I have to rain on BG's parade. I went looking deeper into the Assassin's Creed multiplayer information.
Is it just going to be some type of hub bullshit?
In terms of what this hub means for multiplayer, the developer has stated it is investigating how to bring back any form of standalone multiplayer experiences. None are planned as of yet, but they're looking into it.
They're still looking into it. At least they know about it.
They do not want to copy and paste multiplayer modes from past Assassin's Creed games like Black Flag.
Never mind.
Where assassins try to kill each other and play hide and seek. But there will be a PvE mode to be expected.
Pour one out for your homies. Dream's dead.
Pour one out.
The dream is dead.
What is wrong with these people? Keep going with the bets.
That's it. We have reached the end.
Okay. And now the new one.
Yep. All right. So going back to all this friggin' news. So much.
I am currently scanning through episode 1 of the Assassin's Creed playthrough, and I am a hype monster in this one, but with no.
You also kept forgetting to press record.
Yes,
oh yeah, that's the story. I legit gave him my old capture device.
Yes, you did.
And he could not just hit the button.
No, I could not. But I'm just sitting here looking. I just keep seeing on Mike's screen that I just keep getting killed.
And I'm pretty sure in a couple of those episodes, before you hit record, you're like, "Oh man, you need to cut to my screen for this."
I do. Yeah, actually, I've done this. I've done that twice already.
I think I even did. I don't know. I don't remember if I did a note or I thought about doing a note.
You put a black screen on there with my name. Cut to me. The black screen.
Oh, beautiful.
It's funny.
All right.
Outstanding.
We got a trailer for Little Mermaid live action, which
nobody cares.
Sure.
Black y'all! Sound the alarms! Wee woo! Wee woo!
Oh, people are having problems.
Now, for the most part, it's whatever. But there is actually a lot of black people being cast in typically red-headed roles.
Red hair does not look good on black people.
And it's just become, oh, this was a redhead, let's make them a black person. Most of the time I'm like, oh, woke agenda, blah, blah, blah. But it is actually a lot of redheads are just becoming black people.
Oh, wait. I'll take a 10,000 fun butt back on BG. For which bet? I'll write it down. For the Mortal Kombat?
All right, Triton, don't forget this in 6 months.
Yeah.
When y'all see that first trailer.
Mortal Kombat. All right. Triton. Oh, forgot the R. Triton adds 10K.
In the meantime, I will be linking my favorite clip of the week, which was a left-in placeholder voice line in a tech demo for Lies of P. It is so stilted and flat. I love it.
All right, got that down.
Ariel could always say the N words, but now she can say it without consequences. And that's fine. And that's good. And that's good for her.
It was always her freedom to do so.
Yep, she has her fish rights.
What's up, my kipper? Is that a fish?
That is
Napper?
Woo, boy. All right, hold on. I need to play this on the podcast. That is fucking amazing. It's clip, BG.
Awful.
If anybody's heard Wendy's founder Dave Thomas talk, That dude sounds exactly like him.
Really?
Look up a clip of Dave Thomas talking.
All right, let's go to here. Turn on this.
You cunning rascal. You won't get through here or die.
You won't get through here, die.
Die.
You cunning rascal.
Cunning
You won't
rascal.
get through here or
Through
die.
here, die.
Die. Wow.
It's deeper, but I'm with you.
Great. All right. Next up, we have they showed off some stuff for Indy 5, Indiana Jones 5, which
Hey.
Harrison Ford's having fun. Well, you know what? Good on him.
Man, it's good on him because when he was talking about Star Wars, he was a statue. He could not care less. But he cares about
Why am I
business.
back? It was one throwaway line, you mooks.
Do you think you'll come back as a Force Ghost? What the f is that? I'm like, oh, he don't care. Literally went, what is that? Oh, the thing that's been around since the first movie? Oh.
Oh boy.
Yes, it was cunning rascal.
Yes. Then we had Enchanted 2 or Disenchanted or whatever the heck it's called. Sure. Got that. New trailer for Willow. Which, like I said, the original movie, I recall being pretty good, having fond memories of it. I believe this is a series. Next up, some Star Wars stuff. Trailer for Mando Season 3.5. Since we had half season.
Man, I hate this. I don't care about Mando, obviously, but I just think this mad grimy to have that big send off in the second season. Then you have to watch Boba Fett, and now it's just like, well, if you didn't watch Boba Fett and just went straight to Mando, it's like you just saw the month leave, and it's like, hey, we back, Grogu, no problems here. But the thing that y'all. The big emotional thing is donezo, and it's just another adventure with these. Why do it if you gonna run it back that fast? You know what? Cash money, cash.
It never stops.
And then I also think that they don't want the implication of Grogu being horribly murdered by Kylo Ren. So they're just like, get him off the planet.
True. And then the other thing,
Never fit.
yeah, there's a couple other things that were announced that I mostly don't care about, Star Wars wise. But the other thing that I'm actually interested in is the from the creators of Clone Wars and what have you. There's like an animated miniseries that focuses on a young Count Dooku and Ahsoka, and that actually intrigues me. I enjoy Count Dooku. I enjoy Qui-Gon. We get more of them, and Ahsoka is really good. Especially the voice actress for her. Glad she's getting more shine. Then we have there's a couple of other non-Marvel things. I missed them. Apparently they're making a Disney Plus Tim Allen The Santa Clauses series.
Sure.
Sure.
For whom? For whom?
Nostalgia.
The 5
People
Tim
that
Allen
like
fans. And then
Did you see the Tim Allen drum kit?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Goofy.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians Disney Plus series.
Who could possibly care? They failed once and now they're trying again.
They failed multiple times, didn't they?
I think there was only one Percy Jackson movie series.
Okay. But so yep, there's that. Now, Marvel. We got a lineup of the Thunderbolts, which I had up, and I don't remember where I put it, but it has U.S. Agent, Winter Soldier, Yelena, their fake Russian dad, Ghost from Ant-Man, and there's someone else that I am missing.
Bucky.
I said Bucky. Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
That's right. Which, sure. That's a weird one.
Boy. Who I don't care.
Truly.
Yeah. That one's
Don't
a
care.
whatever burger.
Because Taskmaster, you're gonna have to make a personality for her. Otherwise, she's just gonna be an action person, and that's just it's more difficult to do to make somebody care about them with them just being an action person.
Mhm.
Ghost, come on now. Bucky, I gotta figure out his interplay with these people, and I'm like, I like yours with Anthony Mack. Forget his name.
Sam.
Falcon. Let's just go Falcon. Sam, that's it. I was never a Yelena fan. I like Red Guardian a lot, but probably not enough to watch this.
Oh, definitely.
and weird face Captain America guy. He's got a squished chin. He looks like a little baby in a costume. He needs some jaw to fill out that mask.
Featuring such amazing heroes as the Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, weird squished Captain America guy.
Weren't you just on my neck about Ellie last week?
He looks like a baby in the outfit. You telling me he don't?
I ain't say that. Just like you not telling me Ellie's forehead was very large.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting too, because it's just like, it's less that the MCU has fallen and that it's just become too bloated.
Absolutely. There's too much to watch.
Yes.
And it's not quality enough to care.
Yep. Across the board. When it was before Avengers Endgame, basically.
Even before then, you would have to watch a max of like 6 movies a year. A movie every 2 months, essentially.
I think there's even less than, I'd say max 4. They spaced
And
them
now
out.
we've got 4 series in production now.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of movies, I think it was announced previously, or maybe it was rumored, but at least it was hard confirmed that Ironheart, the character Riri Williams, will be making her debut in Black Panther 2.
Was she in that other trailer today?
Maybe.
Today.
I hadn't watched that trailer yet.
Because there was someone in an Iron Man suit.
It was probably her then.
It was for She-Hulk. Matter of fact.
Oh, okay. I'll have to. I still need to catch it. I just finally watched the first episode of She-Hulk.
I don't understand the hate of it, but it's also just not very good.
Okay.
I'm talking about the first episode. I have not watched a single episode after the first episode.
Gotcha.
I
thought the first episode was fine.
Yeah, it's not very good. I don't think it's horrendous because people are like, oh, this is horrible, they're ruining. No, that just sounds like some woman hate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not very good.
Let's see. We have, speaking of Hulk stuff, one of the villains teased at the end of Ed Norton's Incredible Hulk is coming back. The leader in Captain America: New World Order.
Cool.
Sure. A trailer and photos were released for Secret Invasion, not Netflix, Disney Plus series. I guess the Armor Wars series is going to deal with the fallout of that series.
Cool.
I
do like Nick Fury though, so
that'll keep me.
We have.
Can I just say? Can we get more Marvel stuff that's just not the Marvel formula of stuff? I would like a more stoic and slower series. One that's a lot less jokey.
Well.
Even Moon Knight was pretty jokey.
Well, I guess we'll see what this the last announcement that I have here, because they are definitely going for long. But this next one, a trailer was shown at the expo for the Marvels with all of the characters on stage, the actresses on stage, and then they announced officially that Daredevil Born Again is going to be 16 episodes long. Which that surprised me, considering all these Marvel series have been like 6-ish.
Grand opening, grand closing.
So, in terms of being long enough to be maybe grittier and slow-paced, sure. But I don't think any of the writers of the original show are going to be there, so there's that.
I mean, it was fluctuating quality in the original anyway, so
True.
I don't mind that as long as it's good. And there's nothing that Marvel has done recently that TV wise I would put in a good category. Even WandaVision, which I probably like the most, the ending hurt it so much to me. So
I would put WandaVision, and I would put Miss Marvel as good.
Me.
Yeah, I was like, you have your grievances. I'm aware.
Smelly Mark.
I'm aware. But I would put those two as good. Moon Knight, probably right below those two in my head. But after that, it's just kind of all muddled. Hawkeye, too, I guess. It's probably in the same tier as Moon Knight.
It hasn't been good.
Not really. Not really.
And I need some good.
As each of these series that I've seen as of recently have had their moments. Like, there's some stuff I liked.
Everything has its moments. Even Cats had its moments.
There are some things that just suck without moments. I would put Cats as one of them.
No. The Mr. Mustapha was great.
I'm telling, like,
there's some good songs there.
So here's my thing. What I consider like good moments are things that I deem of like actual quality, not things that I laughed at for how bad they were.
No, Mr. Mustapha is good quality.
Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat. I remember walking out of Cats the first time.
Oh, that might be who I'm talking about. Yeah, Skimbleshanks.
Like I Frankenstein.
Mr. Mustapha was also
again.
really good.
I laughed at a lot at that movie. There was nothing good in that movie.
How dare you?
There's one legitimately, purposely funny moment that made me laugh very hard, and that's when the dude came back like, they did this, and so you ran away? And the big black dude takes a step back because he knows what's coming. That made me laugh. That is legitimately good writing and funny.
Then
outside of that, zero movie.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The one thing that I remember is the one dude getting like his shit kicked in, flying like 50 feet in the air and then falling back down behind like a barrier, but just landing very daintily on his back. And it looked fucking terrible.
I can't say much for Lee because I don't remember enough about the movie.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least
y'all don't remember when Mr. High he was fighting the evil dude and he was already hulked out and then he just goes, "I'm just gonna drink some more," and he just goes, "Roar!" And High just goes, "Not all of it."
I do remember that.
I do remember that now.
I do remember that.
He just says it so sadly.
But yeah, just like in some of these Disney Plus series, there's things that I found legitimately good and things that I enjoyed. But there wasn't enough good around those things to make me go like this was a good show.
The moments between the good is not good enough to keep you invested for the next good. And I feel like that's very much what Star Wars fans are missing. Because they'll latch on to everything possible, regardless of quality, because next thing is Star Wars at least.
Yeah. And then honestly, the thing that I'm thinking of the most in terms of like a series of moments that I enjoyed, but overall I wouldn't call the series good, was Obi-Wan.
There you go.
I enjoyed the end fight scene stuff, and honestly, just Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor's performance of that like last dialogue between Vader and Obi-Wan, great. Rest of it wasn't great.
I've got to face Darth Vader. Either he dies or I die. Well, goodbye, Darth. Well, you're not gonna do anything to him? Nope.
See, DA,
He
that
just walks away.
that would cause plot holes.
He just walks the away.
See, he was
and
going
they
to
don't have a reason.
you see, DA, he was going to kill his former friend, but he realized Anakin was dead. He didn't need to kill him.
Okay, so now you kill this tyrant.
Eh?
This incredibly strong tyrant who you've got him on the ropes. You're just gonna get older.
But DA, that's just not the Jedi way. There's a right hook and a comeback uppercut for everything. There are no plot holes.
Now when people watch A New Hope, they're just gonna, when I left you, I was but a student, but now I'm the master. Instead of thinking back to episode 3 with the lava thing, and that was their last meeting, it's gonna be, oh, I was there, I killed them. And I'm just going, then you are lost. Let me just go on over here now, and Darth's not stopping me as I have my back to him, and we're just walking away. All right. Prequels are a mistake.
For the most part.
All right. So that is about all the news that I had written down. I'm sure there was more announcements, but again, there was just so much. There was so much.
So much and so little that was noteworthy.
And why did you leave Anakin to die, Mike? It's not the Jedi way. He wasn't going to stab him, but he'll let him die.
All
He
right,
wasn't an
take off
active
his mask.
participant, besides cutting his limbs off.
Take off his mask, damage his chest breathy thing. You're not killing him, but leave him to die.
But hey,
Do what you can to stop this bastard.
the Force will sustain him, DA.
Unless it just doesn't for some reason.
Get some of those weird Force-absorbing muskrats from the Legends books.
Make sure he sees all possible futures with his shatter point.
How many times are you gonna bring up
I
Shadow?
did not expect us to
The
still be going when I
worst
got
thing
back.
I've
Holy shit.
ever heard.
It's such a dumb name. Oh, dude. All
What
right.
did I miss?
It's Star Wars talk.
Star
Oh,
Wars.
okay.
And how
Oh,
and
what
any
the fuck?
and how any plot contrivance that DA can come up with, someone can just bullshit the Force and it will.
And it's
All right,
fine.
hold on. I'm dropping this in the T200 General Chat on Discord. I just got linked this in a DM on Discord. These are the friends I keep. You can,
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm,
I was
delicious.
like, that's too funny to be offensive, honestly.
it walks the line we discussed earlier.
No, absolutely not. It's too funny.
All
I'd
right.
buy that shirt the next week.
And I'd have your funeral the week after.
With that, we will call this episode closed. Fact Man.
40 facts about England.
Also, is anybody gonna test Uno or what are we?
This weekend was kind of busy for me. Weekend, and you said you like after the podcast. You said you kind of wanted to chill this week. I was respecting that.
Yeah, but it's still a test. I'm not gonna play the game. Just make sure you can get into a game and hit a button.
Yeah, we can test that over the next couple days.
40 facts about what?
England.
England.
Number one. We're number one.
9. We got 1, 9, 20.
15.
1, 9, 15, 20. 1, 9, 15, 20, 39.
9.
9 it is. That's your boy.
It is illegal to die in the House of Commons. That's it.
Huh.
How are they gonna prosecute
How do you enforce that? You're dead.
On
I
your-
guess maybe your family?
Yeah, your next of kin.
But would they go... I guess it's just a fine or something.
What
Your
is
next
the
of
fine?
kin...
Look up the punishment. Look up. We're not leaving
Okay.
here the punishment.
So it's because if you do die there, it's counted as like a national death, and those are very expensive and elaborate.
So they
So
pay for the.
They don't want to. And you just fall out in the House of Commons like, now we gotta just get this old man in state funeral. For who is this?
The Queens wasn't this lavish. What are we doing?
For Jerry. This some trash.
Here we bury.
They got all these horses and 20 guns. Salute.
Fire!
Find your cameras.
For this dude that just had high cholesterol.
Can you imagine too, where it's just like someone like does have a heart attack and they're like, get him out of the grounds, get him out of the grounds, get him out of the grounds.
No.
Don't
You
check
gotta
his
go
pulse.
outside, so you gotta go to outside.
Isn't that what they do, or was that a rumor from like Disney World,
Yeah.
where someone has a problem and they
I think that's real.
That is absolutely
Yeah,
true.
no. And they
will
get 'em
take
off
you
the premises.
grounds.
enough of
Nobody
a feat.
dies in Disneyland.
Yes,
They will take you off the ground.
just like that.
Man.
Happiest place on
How
earth.
can you be so heartless to where a person dies and you're like, a liability?
No liabilities. Get them off. But nope.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, that is soulless. That is just like, you are a corporation.
And it like, how many parks do they have? 5? I'm pretty sure there's 2 in the States, Japan. I think there's France. I feel like there's one more.
Each one is the size of a full-scale town.
Yeah. And they've avoided that. Across the board. But yeah, it's kind of nuts. All right. With that, we will bring an end to this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. Ralph, will you be on next week?
Shall.
Okay. And I'll probably still get back. I'm going home for birthday celebrations, but I'll probably still be back in time for the podcast. Yeah, birthdays.
Michael come back completely shit-faced. Hey guys, welcome to the
Tesla's gone.
We all know what was gonna happen. I woke up, no Tesla, and my fridge is full. What happened?
This is clearly not my life.
All this food I'm not gonna eat.
My fridge is full and I cooked a meal.
Where's the dew?
Who stole my Mountain Dew?
Why is there bottles of green tea in the fridge?
Oh man, no, my birthday sucked.
Jobs! What am I supposed to do with these? I can't order these and have them be ready for me.
What do you mean I cooked eggs?
I'm crying.
They were bought for the carton aesthetic.
Oh shit! I was just gonna say my birthday sucks now. You know, back in the day, it's like you get gifts and stuff like that, but now I have to pay a lot in car registration. My car insurance is due. I'm just paying a lot of money on my birthday now.
It's just old people stuff. Like it's just a day I don't want to come. This hurts.
Woo! Oh boy! All right. Oh, good laugh to end the night. Thank everybody for tuning in to this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you, and hilarious. We will see you next week.
Later.
Bye-bye.